Got one guy over here in blue as well. Not saying he's got his match, but geez. Now this style of dance originated back in the Oklahoma territories, 100 miles away then.
My name is Cliff Mathias. I'm the cultural director of the RedHawk Native American Arts Council.
Okay. Does your name have any meaning?
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
So your tribes, you just...
I'm Quechua and Taino.
All right.
Event off, but there's many of us. But I am one of the organizers, yes.
What makes you want to organize this event?
Well, we started this event 16 years ago, and it was just basically, I was a dancer, and I had gone to other powwows, and I just thought it would be nice to create my own event, you know. And so we started, a group of us here, of Native artists in the New York tri-state area, and we came to this field, 16 years ago, and that's how it started.
Okay, so how long did it take for you to put everything together? Like, how many people get involved?
We're a very small nonprofit, and so it's just a few of us that basically get this event going. The day of the event, people show up, to help out, but for the most part, it's just a few of us, just sort of getting the whole thing together,
For this whole thing, how many, every participants, like the dancers and these people?
Between dancers and artists and participants, there's probably about 500 Native people here, between dancers and singers and, getting this whole thing together. They come from many different places, the performers, the artists. And so for the weekend, this is the largest Native American community in New York City, and really the only Native American community in New York City, because New York City doesn't have a place where indigenous people all live. I can go to Chinatown, I can go to Little Italy, but there's not a group of buildings where Native people live, a neighborhood. So this becomes the biggest Native American neighborhood every summer in New York, and then everybody goes home.
Northern traditional dancer.
Oh, okay. So, is your brother standing for your rank in the tribe?
No, it's just the style we dance.
Okay.
All male traditional dancers have this look.
How about you? How about you? How many times have you been to this powwow?
How many times? 2 times.
Fund the event through the gate, and that's not such a great business plan, because of the weather and things like that. So, but it's more of it's in our spirit to do this thing, more that than a financial, endeavor. It's more something that comes from our heart, and putting this together. So.
Hello, my name is Eugene Billy. I'm representing the American Indian Community House in Lower Manhattan. We're a non-profit organization. We are providing healthcare referral services for Native Americans in our community, which is New York City and the surrounding boroughs. I myself am a Navajo from New Mexico. I was born and raised in New Mexico. After high school, I went to the Army and I started my world travels, and that's New York City is where I ended up. Right now, I just started with this organization. I'm working in the health department, and we're doing a lot of outreach right now to try and bring in new people and get them to realize, get the government to realize that we have a need here. We have a growing population of urban Indians, which are very different from the tribes. It's because we're from a few people from each tribe, and we're struggling to get our name known. Let people know that we're there, and that's what we're trying to do. We're doing outreach right now. So thank you very much. All right. Kara, Health Department Manager. Say hi. And right next door we have the WIA. Their Workforce Investment Act. Funded by the Department of Labor. Right. And what they're doing is they're providing educational services as well as scholarships,
training,
computer training,
other
and whatnot.
employment services.
Yeah, so good services. That's what we're trying to do. Anybody else? Anyone else? Oh, we also do cultural events. Sorry. We do cultural events. We do. We have art shows. We've had groups from other nations. Like we had the Maoris recently. They had the Matariki, which is their New Zealand or the Maori New Year. It's a month-long festival, and they had a dance. They had food. They brought a film that was actually filmed and produced, and they showed it in at our community house. We do have a performance circle and a small gallery. So, we have art up all the time, and, it's open to everybody. We are, trying to service for Native Americans, but it is open to everybody. All right?
Yes, we are. Today we're commonly known as Aztec. Aztec is the name that was first given to us by the European people of Spain. Our original name is called Mexica. So, how many times have you been to this powwow festival? To this particular one here in Brooklyn, probably about 10 years now. That we've been coming here. So, how many powwows once a year? Do we do a year? Like national one, how many? Well, we spend probably about 9 months out of the year traveling at events such as this. To promote your culture? Yes, that is precisely what we're doing. Why the real chief? We don't have chiefs in our culture. We have emperors. And my father actually, in the way of our ranking, he's considered a captain in a dance circle. Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your costume, does it stand for something? Is there a special meaning? Our dresses, our regalia, they're very special to each person because we make them. So it's a way for us to express ourselves. So we get to use any colors, any designs, but we're honoring a main element, but we always honor an opposite element, at least in a very small way, to represent balance or duality. And we're also honoring our families. A lot of times you're able to tell what family we belong to simply by the style of clothing that we wear. Thank you guys. Okay, and if you have any questions, we have a website. It's aztecdancers.com. aztecdancers.com. And if you want to email me anything, has a lot of brand information on there too, a lot of photographs too. It's okay.